Everybody, how you guys doing? John here, in the Loop Travel. Currently in the North Sea, sailing on the beautiful new Queen Anne from Cunard. This is the newest ship in the fleet, the largest ship in the fleet, Cunard's 4th vessel, and we will be on all week as we take a voyage to the Norwegian fjords. Let's have a look over the pool area here. So this is my second Cunard ship I've been on. I've been on Queen Mary 2 as well, and I do have some videos about that trip, and I'll link those in the description box below. But I was excited to do the Norwegian fjords, see what this new ship was all about. So that's what we're going to do in this video. We can sort of discover it together. I'll show you all around the spaces, and I'll have a separate video for a room tour. So right now we'll focus on what we do in our destinations, all the scenery we see in Norway, and showing you the ship spaces. This is the first full day on board. It's a sea day. We'll be in Bergen, Norway tomorrow, and we got on board yesterday, embarkation day out of Southampton. This is round trip, week-long cruise from Southampton, England. And once we hit the curb in Southampton, it could have been worse, it could have been better. It was about 45 minutes before we were on the ship. And the first thing we did was grab a pub lunch at the Golden Lion. And that's always a good thing to do. Wait till the elevators clear a little bit, then you can get up to your stateroom and have a lunch, because we were hungry. It was kind of getting toward late afternoon when we arrived, so that was a good option, was to do the pub lunch. I had the nice burger. There was an upcharge, 11 pounds, but it was quite worth it. Probably one of the best burgers I've had on a cruise ship. And Colleen had the fish fry. Then after that, we made it to our room, unpacked, and it was time for sail away. So it was a beautiful sail away out of Southampton. Everybody was on deck enjoying the views. And then we had dinner at Britannia, the main dining room, the first night, and kind of called it an early evening after dinner with our table mates, and a nice conversation, a couple 3 hours dinner. So we were getting tired by then, and it was time to go to bed. But we are up and at 'em all day long here today on a sea day. Everyone's out enjoying the pool and the sunshine here, and we will be hitting the ports in Norway coming up soon. So let's discover this new Queen Anne ship together, starting right now with a look around. I'm on deck 11 here. Queen Anne goes up to deck 14. There's no deck 13, so this is an outdoor deck, and it's just above the pool. It's a sun deck area. You can see they have a shuffleboard up here. It's not really connected to the pool decks below. You have to go inside the ship to get down to decks 10 and 9, which are two decks that encapsulate the pool area. And this is the magrodome that they can enclose during conditions like this. It's foggy this morning, and it was open when I first showed you above the pool deck here. But you see they have shuffleboard outdoors, and people come up here with, there's a few loungers, so you can use this area to sit out and enjoy the sun. But like I say, you have to go inside to then go down to the pool decks below. I want to show you this area over here. It's really cool. It's a wellness space on board. It's kind of a new kind of revolutionary space for Cunard. They have some fitness classes here you can take. And they have the yoga going on right now. It's the Pavilion Wellness Studio. And that's right here on deck 11. Huge space. Really cool. I'll get back to that area and show you inside what's over there inside There's this cafe, a wellness cafe with some food, but I wanted to take the time and head up to the Sky Bar here, because this is a really cool spot outside. And here's the staircase up to the Sky Bar, and this door is a hallway for the passenger cabins on deck 10, and my stateroom actually is right here in this hallway. And I'm going to have a separate cabin tour like I told you earlier in a different video, so look for that. But that's how you get down to the other decks down below. You have to go inside and down the staircase or elevator to get down there from here. Deck 12, nice lounge areas here. Lounge chairs, relaxation spots just below the Sky Bar, right up above on deck 14. But there's really nice intimate spaces up here. This is where a lot of people were just packed right in, celebrating Sail Away the other day. We'll head up to the Sky Bar, everything up here. The Sky Bar on deck 14 offers the best views from the highest spot on the ship, right at the front. You'll find a lot of lounge chairs and activities to enjoy up here. Alright, over here at the very front of the ship, you've got a lot of the sports areas, the sports activities. There's the paddle tennis, pickleball court right here. More loungers, so you can enjoy the views off the bow of the ship while you're sailing. This is a smoking area. An elevated seating space. I'll give you the views right here off the front. On the other side, you'll see some golfing activities. There's a little cage for driving, a putting green, another shuffleboard course. We've got ping pong over here. And that's it. They also do have archery classes and archery activities on this ship. The archery area is located on deck 10 on the starboard side midship. You can try this sport during your cruise. There is no extra charge, but you have to sign up and attend a briefing to get a slot. You can see here's the ping pong table up here, just beyond the golfing activities. Back on deck 11, heading aft just past the wellness studio, this is the Grills Terrace. This is an exclusive sun deck for passengers booked into the Grills stateroom categories, which gives you a host of privileges, including this sun deck and your own specialty restaurants and lounge. I'll show you those spaces once we head inside the ship on this tour. All the way at the back on deck 11, past some more open sun deck space, is Cabana, a bar and lounge area. From here you can peek down at the panorama pool that's located on deck 9. What you see up there is a basketball court that is for crew only. I found that a bit strange, but maybe the crew likes to play and Cunard thinks no cruisers like to shoot hoops. The Pavilion is my favorite outdoor space. It's midship on decks 9 and 10. This looks to be the natural centerpiece of the ship. The Pavilion is a gorgeous space with a variety of seating areas and good views of the ocean. The main pool area is on deck 9. The Pavilion grill features burgers, brats, chicken sandwiches, and fries. And the nearby gelateria serves up 8 kinds of gelatos and sorbets. There's an added charge. Aside from the pool and hot tubs, there is a large screen that shows movies and sporting events. There also is a bar you can approach to order a drink or ask one of the cocktail servers to get you a beer, cocktail, or soda. On the higher deck in the Pavilion, there also is a bar and a wellness cafe. I think this is a wonderful addition because it offers a whole slew of healthy meal choices for breakfast or lunch. You can order bowls with grains, veggies, rice, and healthy proteins. Plus, the cafe features smoothies, juice shots, and kombucha drinks. I think this is a wonderfully relaxing space on board, and nice to use in any conditions because of the retractable roof over the pool. We enjoyed several lunches here. Speaking of food, Artisan's Food Hall on deck 9 is the ship's buffet. There's a nice variety of food here, but it gets really busy and crowded for breakfast and lunch. It can be hard to find a seat in here, and the lines linger because you can't fill your own plates. Getting a salad built, for example, takes a while. You'll find all kinds of stations, including one especially for vegan and gluten-free diets. The ship has 2 specialty restaurants located just off the buffet space. Britannia is an Indian restaurant, and Colleen and I had the most enjoyable meal of our cruise here. Cover charge was $35. There's limited seating in these 2 restaurants, so you have to make a reservation. I'll be giving you a look at the menus from the eateries on board as we go, so if you really want a good look at the items, just pause the video when you get to the menus to see them better. The other restaurant up here is Tramonto, which specializes in Mediterranean cuisine. Cover charge here was $20. We ate here with friends one evening, but you can use these 2 restaurant spaces for seating during your lunch or breakfast too, if you can't find a space in the main buffet area. There's a little cruise tip for you. I've mentioned the Panorama Pool Club, and that's back here just after you pass through the Artisan's Food Hall. This pool and bar area is a lovely space that gives you wonderful open views. Cruisers were loving swimming and relaxing here while we sailed through the picturesque fjords in Norway. At the very front of the ship, on deck 12, is Commodore Club, which serves as an observation lounge. There are 270-degree window views off the bow of Queen Anne. You can enjoy piano music. The piano even plays itself. But of course, musicians play here live every day too. We often enjoyed pre-dinner cocktails in this bar. Across the hall from Commodore Club is Churchill's, a cigar lounge. You can see this is a large area with plenty of natural light and views available. And you can find a nice selection of cigars here to purchase. And down the opposite corridor that leads to Commodore Club, you'll find the impressive library for Queen Anne. Cunard ships are known for their beautiful libraries, and this one indeed is a nice space, with plenty of books, newspapers, and seating with relaxing views. At the aft on deck 10, you'll find two more specialty restaurants. Ajiwa offers Japanese specialties and features a sushi bar. Next door is Sir Samuel's Steakhouse. We had dinners at each of these restaurants on our cruise. Sir Samuel's comes with a $65 cover charge that covers a selection of appetizers, salad, steaks, and dessert. Plus, there are several items that require an upcharge, including a seafood tower and premium cuts of steak. Ajiwa is priced a la carte for the items on the menu, or you can choose the omakase menu, which is a chef's choice, for a set meal that costs $65. Also on deck 10 is the Grills Lounge and Queen's Grill and Princess Grill exclusive restaurants for cruisers who are staying in those cabin categories. About cabins, I have a tour of a Queen's Grill suite as well as a standard balcony stateroom, which was our cabin on this cruise, and you can find links to those videos in the description box for this video. Check those out after this. Finally, on these higher decks, you can find the Kids Club spaces right next to the library on deck 12. These are two separate areas with toys and other activities, as well as a small outdoor play zone. We'll continue the tour with the lower decks now. All the way down on deck 1 is the beautiful grand lobby. This space with a majestic staircase is home to guest services, the drawing room, which is effectively another library-style space, a coffee bar, and the game room, with chess boards and plenty of card tables. The spa and fitness center also are on deck 1. The spa features a salon and a large thermal suite for which you can buy a pass for access during your cruise. This is a nice suite with all kinds of experiences: ceramic loungers, a pool, saunas, cold room, and more. There are locker rooms for men and women, and in between these, there's a co-ed steam room. There also is a nice relaxation room that you might use before or after your massage or other treatments. I think the gym is a good size. It has a cycling studio for group classes and all kinds of weights and cardio equipment available. Deck 2 includes another favorite spot of ours, Golden Lion Pub. You come here daily for trivia and live music. We had a lunch here on embarkation day and another nice lunch later during the cruise. You'll find sports shown on the TVs, and you can use the dartboard too. Just across the hall, Bright Light Society is an intimate entertainment lounge with a bar and special shows. we made a reservation to see one of the showings of Noir, a whodunit detective musical. The Queen's Room is a large space midship, and it's used for daily events like chair yoga, dance classes, evening live music and dancing, and the very popular afternoon tea. The Royal Court Theatre is the ship's main theatre. We attended a few fine shows here. The fun Pride and Prejudice, sort of, is a brilliant comedy that you'll love. This also is where you'll attend the Cunard Insights Enrichment Talks. Midship near the Grand Lobby, you'll find the exclusive Britania Club dining room for cruisers who booked in those cabin categories. This is where they can enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus afternoon tea. Deck 2 also has services for future cruise sails and shore excursions. The chart room is a huge bar and lounge space, another fine spot on board Queen Anne for relaxing during the day and sharing a drink with fellow cruisers. From here, you make your way to the aft of the ship, toward the main Britannia dining room. But first, you'll pass along a long corridor that is the art gallery, with pieces from well-known artists such as Banksy hanging on the wall to admire and priced for purchase. Britannia is a beautiful dining room that is on 2 levels, decks 2 and 3. This is the lower level, which is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You also can enjoy tea service here in the afternoon. This is the dining room space on deck 3. And looking back down to the dining room below. Queen Anne offers a photography center with portrait services and equipment for sale. And there are a number of boutiques and shops selling anything from luxury goods to souvenirs and necessities. I like visiting the Cunard collection shop, which sells the adorable Cunard teddy bears. Here is a view from above the Queen's Room, and this space is just outside several more inviting shops. Corinthia Lounge is a good spot to grab a coffee and a tasty pastry each morning. And there's a lot of seating available in this space. Room 1840 is a small bar that shows sporting events on the TVs, and this sits adjacent to the ship's small casino. A few more spots to point out on the ship that cruisers typically want to know about. There are self-service laundry facilities on the ship. We found no-fee laundrettes on deck 8 and deck 10, but there might be some others too. There are washers, dryers, ironing boards, baskets, and detergent. Deck 3 features a promenade for walking and jogging. We enjoyed a few walks during our cruise, and the signs indicate the recommended direction and that it's 2.5 laps per mile. Also, you can find water bottle filling stations around the ship. This one is in the public area on deck 3 midship, perfect for filling up before you head ashore. Speaking of going ashore, let's check out what we did on our port stops. We've come ashore in our first port in Bergen, and our excursion today is going to be Nordic walking, so we're going to give that a try for the first time. I think I've got it.
And you're about to be able to test it out quite efficiently because we're going to walk first through the city, which is relatively flat.
Today we are in Fjord, Norway, a beautiful little village, and we are doing some kayaking for our adventure. This is just amazing. Look at the scenery, a beautiful day here. Alright, so we are just finished with an epic kayaking outing in a fjord in a town called Gudvagen nearby, and we're back, you see, in the port of Fjord. The ship is right nearby. You step off, and if you're a craft beer lover like we are, you've got to come to the Eiger Brewery here, one of our favorite stops in Fjord, and it's a beautiful day and we're enjoying some of the craft beers here. Look at that, steps from the ship, you can't beat it. I just got back on the ship, and from this angle, high up on the decks here on Cunard, I noticed there's a beach at the edge of town, so that is something you could enjoy when you come to Fjord. There's some kayaks out there, maybe you can go rent those or just go in for a swim. People enjoying the sun on the lawn here today. So we woke up this morning in the lovely coastal village of Olden, and our shore activity for the day takes us to Hoven, a little bus ride over here, and a skylift up into the mountains for an alpine hike with amazing views. We're sailing today in Fjord. This was a kind of little bonus side trip today of scenic cruising. We had some weather last night that canceled our planned day in Haugesund, so they found some nice place for us to get shelter and obviously enjoy some scenery here in the fjord. Thanks for checking out this ship tour and vlog. We really enjoyed the itinerary in Norway. It's such a beautiful place to visit, especially in summer. Please consider liking the video and hitting that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our cruise and travel videos. We'll see you again soon. Happy cruising!